Hello students, I wish you are fit and fine. So we'll start with the topic today is translation in case of eukaryote. Before start with the topic, let us focus in first ribosome. Second is mRNA. Now the ribosome in case of eukaryotic it is ATS, which is further two subunit have two subunit. One is 40S and a 60S. The 60S is large subunit. This 40S is a small subunit. This small subunit will bind with initiation factors to start translation. Next is mRNA. In case of eukaryotes, mRNA is being modified by addition of polyadenylating or addition of adenine at the 3' end and capping at the 5' end. Capping is nothing but it is the 5' cap is methylated guanine nucleotide, which is linked to 5' end of mRNA by unusual 5 to 5' linkage by 3-step enzymatic action. Now we will not focus to these enzymatic actions, we have already done in class. So this 5' cap is basically methylated guanine nucleotide which is attached with the 5' end of a mRNA by an unusual 5 to 5' linkage. This 5' has a role in recruiting ribosome small subunit for translation. So this 5' end of mRNA has the you can say it has a property that help in loading of small subunit of ribosome at the 5' end or on the mRNA. Now we'll discuss about translation steps in eukaryote. It is further divided into 3 steps. One is initiation, elongation and termination. Let us discuss with the initiation step. In initiation, some factors are involved that we call initiation factors. Initiation factors. In case of eukaryotic, it is EIF3, EIF1A. This EIF3 is analogous to that prokaryotic IF3, and it is analogous to that of IF1. Let us discuss with the initiation steps. Now, as a complete set of, or as a complex of ribosome, it is 60S, it is 40S, the small subunit. Once a complete round of translation take place, it dissociate into small subunit and large subunit. And as we know, the first is the small subunit is always bind with the mRNA, then it means join with the large subunit. And here the small subunit will first join with some initiation factors. First of all, the EIF3 will join, then it is being joined with the EIF1A. Here EIF3, and here EIF1A. So these are analogous to that of prokaryotic initiation factor, that is IF3 and IF1. As we know, this IF3 will bind to the small subunit and prevent its reassociation with the large subunit, and whereas this EIF1A, it will bind to the site that site will become A site. Now next is the binding of EIF5B, which is linked with GTP. This factor EIF5B help in the recruitment of EIF2 which is linked with GTP, and it brings the charged tRNA, that is first, and it is methionine labeled. Now one thing that has to be noted down, in case of eukaryotes, the first amino acid is methionine, and it is not formilated. So here EIF5B GTP help in binding of the tRNA, that is tRNA methionine labeled, and the factor which help in bringing of this tRNA, that is charged tRNA at the ribosome, is EIF2, which is also linked with GTP. Now here we can see, so here EIF1A, here's the tRNA comes with labeled amino acid and a factor that will bringing of this charged tRNA at the site, that site become P site, and here we know there is a factor that is EIF3. Now this side become E site, this side become P site, this side become A site. The complex is known as 43S initiation complex. The complex with the ribosome, small subunit EIF1A, EIF2 GTP, and there is another factor that is EIF5B, EIF3 at the site, E site. So this complex is known as 43 initiation complex. Now let us draw initiation 43S initiation complex. So here A site, P site and E site. At the site A, which factor is there? EIF1A. Here EIF5B. It helps in the recruitment of charged tRNA. It is amino acid, that is methionine. Now here is a factor EIF2. These are linked with GTP. It is also linked with GTP. Now here is EIF3. So it is 43S initiation complex. Now this complex has to recruit, or this complex has to be loaded. It's a turn of mRNA to be joined with this 43 initiation complex. Suppose it's mRNA. So there's a secondary structure. That has to be removed before it will load to the 43S initiation complex. Now factor EIF4F, suppose it's like that, will join here. Then another factor EIF4B will join to this EIF4F and stimulate its helicase activity, which cause the removal of the secondary structure to the straight or primary structure, you can say. So this EIF4B stimulate the helicase activity of EIF4F, which cause the removal of the secondary structure. Of the EIF4F has 3 subunits. First subunit will bind to the 5' cap. Another 2 subunits will bind to the EIF4B, and this 4B stimulate the helicase activity of 4F to remove the secondary structure on mRNA. Now after the removal of the structure, secondary structure, it is ready to bind with a small subunit of small subunit ribosome, that is 40S initiation complex. So 43S initiation complex complex join the mRNA along with these initiation factors. Now let us again draw a 43 initiation complex. So here, now you let me know what is the factor is this. So I make it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this has been joined by mRNA, which is also linked with factors, initiation factors. So which one is this? Which one is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So identified those factors. Okay, this is EIF1A, this is EIF5B along with GTP. So it is amino acid, that is methionine, and this one is EIF, this is EIF2 with GTP, it is EIF3, it is EIF4F, it is EIF4B. Once this initiation complex bind with the mRNA, it start for moving from 5' to 3' direction. This is move to 5 to 3 direction for scanning of or to find out the start codon, which is AUG. Suppose here somewhere is AUG, the start codon. Okay, now it will scan, the complex will scan for this start codon. Once it is being, if I say it is AUG, and now here is a small subunit along with other factors, is a charged tRNA. Once it is being recognized by charged tRNA with its anticodon, say opposite to UA, A and C. So once it is being recognized with the anticodon and codon complementation, it causes the release. So once tRNA bonded with the codon with its anticodon, the factors which is present here, that is EIF1A is released. From here EIF3 released. Now once these two factors are released, the association of large subunit will take place. Now they are released, so I am removing it. Once these factors are released, there is a joining of large subunit with the small subunit take place. Suppose it's a large subunit of ribosome will join here. As the large subunit join with the small subunit, the GTP of EF2 and EF5B hydrolyzed to GDP, and once it is being hydrolyzed, the factors lose its active affinity for the small subunit, and they also get released in the form of EIF to GDP, EIF 5B GDP. So they released from the ribosomal complex also. Once these factors are released, so here we left with mRNA, small subunit, large subunit. Here is a tRNA linked with mRNA, so it is become P site. Here empty A site, here empty E site. Now this complex is known as, here is a minus also, ATS initiation complex. Here is a factor EIF, EIF4F and EIF4B remain bonded. Another function of EIF4F, which circularize the mRNA. Suppose this is mRNA. Here it's 5' cap. This is EIF4F. So here is adenine 3'. Now here is poly A binding protein, poly A binding protein. Through these proteins, the EIF4F circularize the mRNA, and here suppose a start codon AUG, write it like this. Now suppose there's a start codon AUG to which the ribosome small and large subunit bind and start a translation process. So the process is going like this. The ribosome is moving from 5 to 3' direction. Once it is being recognized by a stop codon, the two subunit large and small get dissociated for further round of translation. So this EIF4F will bind to the poly A binding protein present on a poly A tail to get circularized, and it suggested that it increased the efficiency of a translation process. So point to remember for initiation in eukaryotes. First, initiation factors. EIF3, EIF1, EIF5B. I'm writing in a sequence. 5B, which is linked with GTP, EIF to GTP. Then it brings the charged tRNA, means methionine labeled tRNA, we write it like this. Sorry, I will write it again. It is tRNA methionine labeled. So it will join to form 43S. Sorry, it will form a 43S initiation complex. Then second thing, mRNA joined with the initiation factors EIF 4F, EIF 4B. This EIF 4F has helicase activity, stimulated by EIF 4B. This helicase activity remove any secondary structure on mRNA. Okay, then once 43S initiation complex plus mRNA means 43S initiation complex join this mRNA, it scan for start codon. Start codon is AUG. Once the start codon is recognized by eukaryotes, elongation in eukaryotes is similar to that of prokaryotic. Just a difference with the factors that are involved here. Here, elongation factor EF1 is analogous to that of EFTU in case of prokaryotes. This is a factor of prokaryotic and this is a factor of eukaryote. So EF1 is similar to that of EFTU and EEF2 is analogous to that of EFG in case of prokaryote. So prokaryotic elongation factor G is similar to that of elongation factor EF2 of eukaryotes, and their function is similar to that of these two eukaryotic factors, similar function with that of these two factors. So better to check it out my video, that is translation in prokaryotic initiation and elongation. You will find the steps of elongation there, which is very similar to that of eukaryotic also. So thank you so much.